Voltron, defender of the universe.
Voltron, defenders of the universe.
Let's go, Voltron!
A live-action Voltron movie that's not only in development, but also in a bidding war in Hollywood to see who can get it first. Sign me up. Let's talk about it next here in the Poindexter Lounge. What's up, nerd family? It's me again, Enosh, welcoming you to the Poindexter Lounge. Yes, it's a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me can get together and talk about all the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, then please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. You're going to want to be here for all the news that comes down the pipe for all the things that we love when it comes to nerd stuff. All right. Now, hey, it's great to have you with me in the lounge today. Today, we're talking about something that's very near and dear to my heart. It's something that I have loved since I was a young man. And that, of course, is Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Now, there's also Voltron Legendary Defender that was redone here by Netflix not too long ago. And it was a great series, revived the product, revived the IP, really got a lot of people back into it. Now, listen, I put my money where my mouth is. Let me show you something here real quick before we get started to let you know how dedicated just how dedicated I really am to Voltron. I just picked up, finally, a Voltron Castle of Lions. Put this back up here. The Voltron Castle of Lions. And I'm super excited about this. I've got all the old action figures. I've got a Voltron. I loved Voltron growing up, man. This was one of my go-to shows that I had to watch every afternoon when I came home from school. That, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and a couple others. But, man, yes, Voltron was right up there at number one. And I have wanted a live-action Voltron movie most of my life, to be honest. And it looks like I may finally be getting my wish. We covered this a little bit in one of our panel shows this week, but I wanted to share this with you guys because it's an interesting thing, and I would love to get your takes on what you think of this. This came out this week in the Hollywood Reporter. Live action Voltron movie with Rawson Marshall Thurber to direct ignites bidding war. This is so cool that, like, there's people actually they're clamoring for a Voltron movie. I never thought that I would report that. I never thought that I would be here telling you this, that like people are like falling hand over foot. They're clamoring for this. But a bidding war apparently has erupted in Hollywood over Voltron, the mecha anime featuring a giant robot that has amassed a popular following worldwide. Rawson Marshall Thurber, the filmmaker behind the Netflix hit Red Notice, which I really enjoyed Red Notice. I thought it was a really good movie, is attached to co-write and direct a Voltron live action feature, a hot package that has attracted multiple offers. Warner Brothers, Universal, and Amazon are among the 6 or 7 studios and streamers in the mix for the package, according to sources. Netflix, which was behind Red Notice and streamed the animated series Voltron Legendary Defender, is not in the running. Now, that's kind of a surprise that they're actually not in the running for this, because they produced the TV show, and he just did Red Notice there, but apparently that's it's not something that they're going to do. So but there's more here. As we go on, the package hit the town about 2 weeks ago with pitches and a teaser reel. That's how far they are. Thurber came up with the story and will co-write the script with Ellen Shanman. Now, folks, I cannot tell you how excited I am. Now, I know there's a lot of you who are just like me, who you grew up with Voltron. Which Voltron was your favorite Voltron? I think most people will say that their favorite Voltron was the Lion Voltron, right? I mean, Lion Voltron was the Voltron that most people really connected with. That was one they really liked. Now, that I had a lot of friends who loved Vehicle Voltron because there was Vehicle Voltron as well. But for a toy, it was hard to put together. There was so many different pieces and things, they could get lost and broken very easily. And so the Lion Voltron was really easy. It was just 5 pieces, snap them together, and you're good to go. Um, Look, years ago, there was a Voltron movie that there was some concept art that had gone around for a little while. Now, here's the problem with this concept art, though. This old movie that was pitched for a while was to take place here on Earth. It was set in like a post-apocalyptic kind of world. And I don't know how I feel about that so much. Like in the original story, yes, there was Galaxy Garrison, there was they had sent the space explorers out, but you were on the planet Eris, and they were there for a reason. Voltron was there for a reason, to defend that planet. Vehicle Voltron was more Earth based, it kind of came out from Earth and stuff. And I get it that all of it was, but mostly, it was to protect the Lion Voltron was to protect that sector of the galaxy. And so, but this was some concept art from that. The concept art didn't look that bad. I mean, especially for back then, it was like I think it was like late 1990s, early 2000s, when this concept art is early 2000s when this concept art started going around. We talked about this the other night, though, on one of the panel discussions, and I invite you to watch the panel discussions when we do, our live streams overnight, because we had a really good talk about how some of this concept art didn't really work because they didn't look so much like lions. They look a little bit more like house cats, if I'm, being honest. But nonetheless, I mean, it still looked pretty cool for concept art, even from back then. Now, a lot of people like this one, the Blue Lion. It kind of shows it in its staging and whatnot. It's pretty cool. It's some pretty cool stuff, if I'm being quite honest. It definitely had a good look to it, and it would have been interesting to see if they would have made this now, but they didn't make it. I was always a Voltron kid. I know that there's a lot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fans out there, and look, I give it up to you. If you're a Power Rangers fan, awesome. I was just never a Power Rangers fan. I always fell into the Voltron camp because I saw that first. That was my thing, man. That was my thing as a kid, was Voltron. So uh when I saw Power Rangers, it just didn't do it for me because I felt like, now I know differently now, but it felt like to me at the time it was just like a Voltron copycat as a kid. And so like I didn't want anything to do with it because I didn't feel like it was authentic. Now I know that it was a thing unto itself, but I mean, it had a lot of, similarities, right? Because you had like the different color characters and, and things like that. And then, they formed giant robots and stuff. And so, but this concept art was cool. Here you can see it, the yellow lion kind of fighting a kaiju or a roe beast of some kind, and so, but it was good stuff. And, but that of course never got made. And so now here we are years later, going on a couple decades later, and now we're finally talking about the idea that it's been pitched. And I like the fact that it's been pitched by somebody who just is coming off of some success. Obviously, the Netflix cartoon, really built it up and put it back in a position where it was possible, right? Where it was possible once again to have some Voltron. And so I'd love to know what you guys think. Would you like to see a live action Voltron? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks to all of our patrons. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. We're so grateful to all of you. And if you become a patron or a member of the channel, or you give a super chat at any one of our live streams, you are eligible for our giveaway, which right now is this Skelegod. Now I have the Power Crunch cereal. It comes with a little action figure and everything. The cereal is actually still good, so it's good till November. It's all sealed up in there, and so you can do that by doing any one of those things. It's just $1 for the Patreon and $2 for the memberships, and there's all kinds of other ways that you could support the channel. And so we're very, very grateful to all of you. Check out our store. All those links are in the description below. But most of all, hey, let me know what you think about Voltron. Were you a fan of Voltron? Was that something that you were a fan of, that you had to watch, that you had to be a part of? Do you remember playing with those toys? I mean, I've got all kinds of Voltron toys and fun stuff. I got them right here. I got all of them, but if I can get to them here. and show you. I got 4 of my guys right there. And where's Pidge? Pidge is always missing because Pidge is super tiny. He's super small, man. He falls over all the time. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Look at, there's Pidge. All right, so there's your Voltron team right there. That's the original Voltron team. And I even got Hagar over here. I got a couple sets of these. And so this is the set that I have here in the toy room. But let me know down in the description, down in the comment section. All right, I would love to hear from you. Are you interested in a live action Voltron, or do you think that maybe that time has come and gone, and because of Power Rangers and because of other things that have kind of diluted that space, do you think that maybe it wouldn't work? That maybe kids wouldn't be into it, maybe adults wouldn't be into it. I think people my age would be into this, would absolutely support this and get excited about it. But I want to hear from you. You let me know. All right. Thank you guys for your support of the channel. Thank you guys for all that you do. Don't forget, every day we've got something new going on here at the channel with the Poindexter Pantheon. What is the Poindexter Pantheon? It is a list of all kinds of cool shows and things that are on here. We got a whole schedule of people. We got Brian over here who does a Star Trek and food show. We got the Sci-Fi Center presents on Mondays as well, that does deep dives into comics. We got Jiving with Jack on Tuesdays and Thursdays that talks about pop culture and a bunch of stuff that I don't even talk about. But then every other week we got Austin Lean with the greatest people I've ever met. Pretty soon we have a new collecting show coming up, all about collecting toys and kind of like a how-to kind of thing. On Fridays we got Sci-Fi Center Live. He has great guests on there with William. And then Saturday nights at 9 p.m. it's To the Max with Mad Max, the Mandalorian. And you can find me most nights here at about 12 a.m. doing the overnight show. And we've got a lot more coming with gaming and all kinds of fun stuff. Let me know what you guys want. Let me know what you guys would love to see here on the lounge, and we'll see what we can do. But like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversation, seek to understand each other, and realize that not everything is for me and not everything is for you, and that's all right. And we can have differing opinions about the same characters and the same things that we watch, and it's okay. Just treat everybody with respect, and if you do that, there'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge. Until next time, stay nerdy.